Hey everybody, it's MommaOG. I am back with another reaction. Today I have another donation request from Dave. Dave, as always, thank you so much. He's asked me to take a listen to Grover Washington Jr. The song is called Mr. Magic. Now I am familiar with the song Just the Two of Us with Bill Withers. It's one of my all-time favorites. I might know some other stuff by him and just not realize it's him. I don't know, maybe this song included. I'm not sure. We'll have to see. But I am actually excited about this. Dave let me know in comments recently that he was going to get me into some more 70s jazz and soul and such. So I'm excited. As I mentioned in the Crusaders reaction, I am a fan of that era of music. Before we get started, if there is a reaction that you would like to specifically request, please click on a donation link in the description below, and I will add it to my queue. Also, I take notes during my reaction, so if you see me looking down, I'm just writing down a couple of words so I can remember what I want to talk about. I've got my earbuds in. Let's go ahead and get started. This is sounding familiar already. Of course, this is sounding familiar, but did somebody else redo this? I don't know. Okay. That little riff that came in. Okay. So up until the sax part started, it sounds extremely familiar. I don't know if it was sampled in something else. If I am familiar with this, I probably need to hear more to determine that specifically. But I feel like this particular beat before the sax started has been redone. I'm going to start it over. Apologies for the early pause. This sounds familiar even. That sounds very familiar. That sax part that just came in, it almost sounds like in the same exact tone as Put a Spell on You. I'm sorry to pause it already, but my brain's kind of going 90 miles an hour because that background melody and the guitar parts sound extremely familiar to me, but the saxophone and the different transitions that have happened thus far do not. Or vaguely. I can't determine that now, but let me just back it up a little bit. We have a long way to go yet, so I need to stop pausing it. Yeah. Put a spell on you. Love that guitar right there. Ooh, strings. Wonder, is he playing the guitar too? I thought he was just a sax guy. I hear a lower end sax in there too. Bass line, hello. Now, I don't believe I've heard this exact song before. Oh, so groovy. Rhythm section of this song. Put a spell on him. Wow. Oh my God. I just became conscious of all the weird faces I'm probably making. Hold on, let me rewind that. Ooh. All these instruments got like staccato vibes all of a sudden. Wow. I wrote down a lot of notes. I don't even know where to start. Back to what I've already talked about. Lots of this song sounded familiar. Lots of it didn't. After a while, the saxophone, like I would call it a chorus, the part that it would start out sounding like I've got a spell on you, but then it would deviate from that. That started sounding familiar. And I just don't know if, because that happens sometimes, like there's a couple other bands that like after I hear the chorus the first time, the second time I hear it, it starts to sound familiar, weirdly, even if I have not heard any of the song before. So I think that might be the same thing that's going on with that part of the song. And speaking of, saying it's a chorus, the saxophone in this felt, how do I say this? Like effortless, but this wouldn't have been the same without it. It felt almost like, it took the place of a vocal. It was almost conversational. Saxophone could have been the vocals of this song. And I think that happens a lot in instrumentals. I know it does. I've learned how to play certain songs that have vocals. Like on piano, I'll just fiddle around, but it's actually the vocal part that I learn and not the melody so much. I started to notice after a bit that the rhythm section of that entire song was really steady and kind of hypnotic, but then you had this amazing melody layered over top of it. The rhythm felt like stability, which, a lot of times it's supposed to feel that way, but the melody just kind of, I don't know how to explain it other than what I've said. There were certain times in there where the guitar stood out, where it kind of sounded like a waka 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 sound. And then, of course, strings. I always welcome the sound of strings. And in this particular decade, in the 70s, what an amazing time for music. I mean, you could say that about most decades in my lifetime anyway, speaking from experience. But I can imagine that hearing this for the first time in the 70s, I think a lot of this type of music was evolving into this kind of music. And that's always amazing moment in time when you hear something that evolves, like literally changes your music life on a dime. It's new, it's different. I don't know. I'm sure there was plenty of other stuff like this around that time, but I think this type of music and that particular sound it had in the 70s was an evolutionary moment in music. I was alive during that time, but I was born in the early 70s, so I didn't know. I listened to a lot of music in the 70s, particularly the late 70s is when I really started getting into it, very young, 8, 9 years old. What a time to be alive. I was talking about the strings, so that kind of reminded me it had that 70s string sound you've heard in a lot of music from this time period. This is an amazing song that would be great to just put on when you're hanging out, chilling out. It's easy to listen to, or if you're doing stuff around the house. I've said that about a few songs on this channel that I've heard. It was extremely easy to listen to. It's definitely another one I'm going to play for Mike. He loves stuff like this as well. That section near the end where at first I thought it was just the horns became a little, I guess staccato might be the right word. But then I even noticed the guitar was doing it, and that was a cool little change up that I noticed. The last thing I wrote down at the very bottom of my notes was feels good. The song just gave me an amazing mood. And I love it when music affects me that way because I've had a busy day today already, and it's, only a little after 11 a.m. in the morning. Things have been a little bit crazy for me already, so that was a perfect song to start the day with. Dave, I really appreciate you putting this one in front of me. I would love to hear more stuff like this. I'm completely on board. Thank you all so much for being here to watch. I will see you next time. Really, Koda?